non-monopolized minor forest produce and development of a value chain of minor forest produce through minimum support price. This will be a measure towards the social safety for minor forest produce gatherers who are primarily members of the scheduled tribes, and most of them are in areas which are unfortunately afflicted with left-wing extremism. This scheme will ensure that the tribal population gets a remunerative price for the produce they have collected from the forest and provide alternative employment avenues to them. An estimated 100 million forest dwellers depend upon minor forest produce for food, shelter, medicines, cash, income, etc. This will be a centrally sponsored scheme, and the centre's share has been estimated at 967.28 crores, while the state's share has been estimated at 249.50 crores. This scheme would initially cover 12 minor forest produce products which have not been nationalized by the states. The details would obviously be in the press note that will be circulated. मोटे तौर पे कैबिनेट ने फैसला किया है कि जो इलाके नक्सल प्रभावी हैं, जहां पर ज़्यादातर जो जनसंख्या है वो अनुसूचित जनजातियों की है और जो फॉरेस्ट के ऊपर निर्भर जंगल के ऊपर निर्भर करते हैं अपने व्यवसाय के लिए, अपने जीवन यापन के लिए, वो जो जंगल के प्रोडक्ट्स हैं उनको एक मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस दी जाएगी और उनकी जो सूची है वो इस प्रेस नोट में उसका उल्लेख किया गया है और वो आपके समक्ष रख दी जाएगी. The Union Cabinet also approved the amendment in Resolution 89 dated 21st of April 2004, commonly known as the Public Interest Disclosure and Protection of Informers PIDPI resolution, to designate chief vigilance officers of each ministry/department of the Government of India as the designated authority in addition to the Central Vigilance Commission to receive complaints under the PIDPI resolution. The Central Vigilance Commission is the designated agency to receive complaints from whistleblowers under the PIDPI resolution 89 dated the 21st of April 2004. What has happened is that the workload of the Central Vigilance Commission has increased, so therefore there was a feeling that this particular portfolio needs to be diversified. So in addition to the Central Vigilance Commission now, the CVOs of the respective ministries and departments have also been designated as the designated authority for receiving complaints under this particular initiative which the government has taken. We will now come to the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved a proposal for infrastructure development at various establishments of the Border Security Force under the 12th five-year plan at a total estimated cost of 3,664.61 crores. This includes construction of 111 barracks, 10,300 residential quarters, and about 210 office buildings and 2 composite hospitals. The approval will address one of the main concerns of the BSF for providing infrastructure at training centers and various developments. बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स हमारी सीमाओं की सुरक्षा करती है और उनको उनका जो मूलभूत ढांचा है उसे सुदृढ़ करने के लिए 12वीं पंचवर्षीय योजना में ये प्रोवाइड किया गया है कि 111 नए बैरक, 10,300 रेजिडेंशियल क्वार्टर्स माने घर और 210 ऑफिस बिल्डिंग्स और 2 अस्पतालों का निर्माण किया जाएगा। The total estimated cost is 3,664.61 crores. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, in accordance with the Government of India's disinvestment policy, has approved the disinvestment of 10% paid-up equity in the Indian Oil Corporation Limited out of its equity capital of 78.92%. The disinvestment will be through an offer for sales method in the domestic market according to the SEBI rules and regulations. After this disinvestment, the Government of India shareholding in the company would come down to 68.92%. The paid-up equity capital of the company as on 31st March 2013 was rupees 2,428 crores. Government holds 78.92% of the equity. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has also approved the proposal of the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers to revise the following terms and conditions of the revival package approved in 2006 for Hindustan Organic Chemicals Limited, HOCL. The first condition which has been revised is the postponement of the redemption of shares to the Government of India worth rupees 270 crores. Total 27 crore shares, 8% redeemable non-cumulative preference shares, each of rupees 107, issued in favor of the President of India from the financial years 2011-12 to 2015-16 onwards in 4 equal installments of 25% each. Extension of Government of India guarantee for rupees 100 crores for a period of 5 years, that is up to 28th August 2017. The government guarantee will continue to be valid even on referral of HOCL to the Board for Industrial and Financial Reconstruction, BIFR, under the Sikh Industrial Companies Act. It is expected that these measures will help HOCL in their revival effort in the short term. One of the flagship programs of the government has been the Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran Yojana. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approved the proposal of the Ministry of Power for continuing the Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran Yojana RGGVY in the 12th plan for 1. Completing spillover works of projects sanctioned in the 10th and 11th plan, continuing the scheme for covering all remaining census villages and habitations with a population of above 100 people, providing free electricity connections to BPL households at the rate of rupees 3,000 per connection in villages and habitations with a population of above 100, extending DDG to grid-connected areas to supplement the availability of power in areas where power supply is less than 6 hours a day. The total requirement of capital subsidy for the Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran Yojana would be rupees 35,447 crores, including rupees 12,849 crores towards spillover works. Out of the total requirement of capital subsidy of rupees 35,447 crores, rupees 23,397 crores will be met through the GBS for the 12th plan, and the remaining rupees 12,050 crores would spill over to the 13th plan. As you are all aware, the Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran Yojana was launched in 2005, in April 2005. The object was to provide access to electricity to all rural households. Households belonging below the poverty line are provided connections free of cost. 90% capital subsidy is provided by Government of India for projects under the scheme. The scheme was initially approved with the capital subsidy of rupees 5,000 crores for the last 2 years of the 10th plan period, ending March 2007. RGGVY continued in the 11th plan with a capital subsidy of rupees 28,000 crores. During 2011-12, Planning Commission approved an additional capital subsidy of rupees 6,000 crores. ये जो सरकार की योजना है बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है और इससे जो परिवार गरीबी रेखा से नीचे रहते हैं, जो अत्यंत ही गरीब हैं, ऐसे जो गांव हैं जिनमें 100 लोगों से कम की जनसंख्या है, उनको बिजली मुहैया करवाई जाए, उसके लिए ये पहल की गई थी। और अमूमन ये पाया गया है कि 10वीं पंचवर्षीय योजना के आखिरी 2 वर्षों में 11वीं पंचवर्षीय योजना में ये जो पहल थी इसने सफलतापूर्वक काम किया है। The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, 90%. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved the proposal of the Ministry of Food Processing Industries for continuing the scheme for technology upgradation / establishment / modernization of food processing industries during the 12th plan, that is 2013 to 2017, to meet the committed spillover liabilities of the proposals received in the Ministry of Food Processing Industries during the 11th plan under the scheme for an amount of rupees 740 crores during the 12th plan. The scheme has been one of the more popular schemes of that ministry. The CCEA also approved the collaboration of the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, IITH, under the Official Development Assistance Loan by the Government of Japan and grants by Ministry of Human Resource Development and the Government of India. The project costing rupees 1,776.50 crores will be financed out of the ODA loan of rupees 1,501.72 crores from the Government of Japan. The balance rupees 274.77 crore, representing 15.5% non-eligible portion of the portion of the project as the Indian portion to be met from grants from the Ministry of Human Resource Development over a period of 4 years, starting from 2013-14 to 2016-17. The project would create value addition through a collaborative interaction with academics and the industry of Japan and exchange of students and faculty. This will enhance cooperation between the two nations in the areas of science and technology and human resource development. For the Indian side, the project would also help in creating a number of basic infrastructural facilities and faster scaling up of a quality institution, that is IIT Hyderabad, with benefits for the Indian economy. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved creation of a special national investment fund for the specific objective of meeting the minimum public shareholding of 10% requirement in the following 6 central public sector enterprises, the CPSCs. First, the Andrew Yule and Company Limited. Number 2, the Fertilizers and Chemicals Travancore Limited. Hindustan Photo Films Manufacturing Limited, HMT Limited, ITI Limited, Scooters India Limited. Since these companies were not financially sound, it was found difficult to meet the minimum public shareholding by following SEBI-approved methods. However, government was keen to comply with the requirement in all government companies. The Department of Scooters India Limited discussed the matter with SEBI Since these companies were not financially sound, it was found difficult to meet the minimum public shareholding by following SEBI-approved methods. However, government was keen to comply with the requirement in all government companies. The Department of Disinvestment discussed the matter with SEBI and has proposed to meet the minimum public shareholding in the above 6 companies. I would now hand over the floor to Mr. Kapil Sibal to brief us about the Cabinet decision with regard to the amendments in the Right to Information Act, and then we would open the floor for questions on all.
Politics, I think that's a given. And we understand our responsibilities and obligations. And we believe that we ourselves have to make greater efforts to ensure that we bring about change so that this problem that we are confronted with should be resolved as much as possible and as quickly as possible. There seems to be an impression as if political parties are not accountable to anybody. And today I want to disabuse the public mind and through you inform the public that that's not a fair appreciation of our responsibilities and accountability. For example, as you know, political parties are not to anybody. And today I want to disabuse the public mind and through you inform the public that that's not a fair appreciation of our responsibilities and accountability. For example, as you know, political parties are not corporations, they are not companies, they are not trusts, they are not registered societies. Political parties are voluntary. A political party is a voluntary association of persons, right? So it has no entity of its own. And in order to fight elections, we have to register ourselves under Section 29A of the Representation of People's Act as a political party. It's a voluntary association of persons. People can opt out, people can come in, and as long as you adhere to the ideology of the political party, whichever it may be, you can be a member, subject to their taking you in. Nobody can force anybody to be a member of a political party. And if somebody goes out of a political party, nobody can force anybody. It's not an appointment by an authority. Political parties and politicians are not appointed by anybody.